I'd like to welcome y'all back. Welcome some of y'all for the first time to the Tremaine Perry Podcast. I'm your host. You know the deal. Some call me Trey, some call me Trey. No matter what you call me, why you call me the back for another live reaction watch along video of this episode's Monday Night Raw. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button, leave your boys a comment and like on the videos. Follow me on all your social media. Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, X, you name it, I'm on there. Just look me up. About to go live on Monday Night Raw on Netflix any second now. Thank you all for tuning in. I'd like to welcome you back. Welcome some of y'all for the first time. It's going to be a good show. Went through to drive through a cookout like this. Dude was taken back by a look. Just the reaction I like. Here we go. Then, woo! If you smell now, acknowledge me. You can't see me forever. Together. Let's go. Give me a minute to get myself situated after my grandiose interests, and I will be with you. Where are they even at? Are they still in Vegas? They said down the street is T-Mobile Center. I don't even know where they're at tonight. No, they're in Vegas for a week. It's in Kansas City. Nick Aldis is filling in for Pierce for some reason. So Rhea Ripley making her way through the ring. All right, I think I'm set. As long as there's no technical issues, I am ready to go on this here podcast. Now they're showing American Made making their way into the arena. Oh, Stephanie McCure versus Ivy now. That'll be a good match tonight. Stephanie looking all good, making her way through the arena. Boo! Logan Paul. Boo! Boo! Logan Paul is trash. The hottest of garbage that man is. Can't stand him. It's like I don't like Gunther. I'm glad to see Pat and Michael Cole back at commentary after last week. Good. He need to be fired after that. He don't need to be suspended. He needs to be gone for good. How we went off the air. Oh yeah, when Braun teamed up with Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman, that was shocking last week. The shocking into Monday Night Raw. Check. Shocking. Check. Thank you all for tuning in. As always, your support and love is always greatly appreciated. Seth freaking Rollins. Yeah, that was crazy last week the way we went off the air. And even Roman Reigns, unplanned, came out. And not Sam, that guy that has the podcast with Megan Moran, the Raw Recap. He pointed out Roman hasn't been wearing no red anything, no bloodline indications at all, just black and white, except for a little bit of red in his shoes and his pants, but nothing like the hula foul or nothing. Because he's by himself. Didn't have his cousins, didn't have no family with him, not even a wise man. That was crazy. He speared Roman and then speared Punk. And we thought he was going to spear Seth Rollins. Crazy. And then speared Roman through the barricade. Insane, dude. I cannot believe all this happened last week. And then the curb stomp to Punk, and the curb stomp to Reigns. Unbelievable. How are we going to start out? Seth Rollins? Burn it down. Called it. Of course, we're going to start the shot with him after the way it ended last week. Accompanied by Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman. He's got his crazy costumes. He got the wild looking jacket on. He actually doesn't look, I've seen him look crazier. Like that time when Steve Punk called him Grimace. Oh, it's catchy. That's why singing along with the thousands and tunes. Catchy tune. Paul Heyman sitting back looking just as proud of himself as he can be. You hear it, crowd would be crazy. Great Rollins. Freaking Rollins. That's a random question. Where was Caesar's salad invented? Trivia. I'm one of them. Acknowledging the tribal chief. Uh, Technical difficulties in the fight. I don't see my one going up in the air. Just what's going on with my screen. I guess it's a delay. Huge delay. Okay, now still live. We're live now. It's just a big old delay. You know, feed. Oh, Sami Zayn. I did not expect that to be the person come out here. He doesn't even go in this equation. Right? Right? The plot thickens. What could he possibly want? His business is not concerned. Booker T always says, "Don't concern yourself with business that doesn't concern you." So what I said, yeah. Wow, I knew he was gonna say something off the wall about it. Him teaming with Paul and Braun. Ooh. Oh, wow. Even Braun Breakers. Sammy got a point. Wow. Sammy got some balls going out there when it's 2-1. Ooh, 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 ooh. Sammy, you ain't gonna do nothing to Braun. What you mean? Braun will rip you in half. Oh, Hangman looking like a penguin in that black and white suit, black suit, white, light colored tie and shirt. What's made him? Sammy ain't gonna join them. And he's eyeballing Braun Breaker like, wow. That was a good match. Definitely with your EO last week. That was a good showdown. Yeah, they split a house. And then Roxy coming there and messed it up. That's what be pissing me off, man. It'd be the best match ever happened. And then some outside interference coming there and mess up the whole thing. Roxy and Julia come out there, then Rhea Ripley come out there to even the odds. Julia and that's a match. Rhea Ripley and Julia. Can you imagine? They're showing the noise decibel level. It's at 99, 100, 104, 105. It'd be loud in the arenas. I want to know how loud it was at Mania. Because it was loud in that arena when I was there. 105 decibels for Rhea Ripley. 110, 110 decibels, yo. Wow. Because the music be blaring too. 109, 110 the whole way. Jeez, that's loud. Definitely. I can't wait to go to SmackDown. I love going to this. I love going to Raw and SmackDown. And Mania, I might go to Mania next year if I can make it happen. Took everything to make it happen this year. Ooh, Rhea Ripley and Roxanne Perez. We got a. Ooh, that's gonna be a good match after the break. They show another clip of WWE 2K25, and it looks just like the real life show. The clips of gameplay footage on my YouTube channel. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get up there tonight after the show. Do this week's weekly tower. We put a new one up every Monday. I'm caught up until the one that they just came out. I got a little bit of inspiration earlier today, though, guys, because I was watching YouTube videos about people explaining why I should post videos, even though hardly nobody watches. I don't get any likes. I got a lot of inspiration for those guys. I'm gonna keep doing my thing, even if it's just me watching. I'm gonna do my thing. My breakthrough is coming. My blessing is on the way. I just gotta keep on hustling. Because I'm still. I took last week off because I went to Vegas and I can't go live on my phone until I reach 50 subscribers. I'm at 18, so again, I ask anybody that hasn't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. It's free. You don't have to pay a dime. It's just a click of a button. And then once I get to 50, I can. It'll be a lot easier to go live on YouTube at live events like Raw, SmackDown. Even when I go to the Pearl Jam concert next week, the indie events, like I went last weekend to Spin the Block, the DCW show in Raleigh, which was good. That was a really good. Started that night out with a 20-man over the top rope battle royal. I always sit ringside, so I'm like right there, pretty much into action. I'll probably load some video footage of that on my YouTube too, just to add to the collection, add to the library. 50 seconds, and we're back to this. What's going to be an incredible matchup between Rhea Ripley and Roxanne Perez. That's a dream match. I'm excited. And then we got Stephanie McCure versus Ivy Now later. That's another match. I got to look at the email to show the different lineup for the night. After this Team Road to Glory got off. As you see, my site from going to Mania is still showing. I've been wearing WrestleMania gear for months leading up to it. I'll probably wear it for me. And Roxy already in the ring. Wow, this is gonna be so good. Ring the bell. Whoa, this is gonna be so good. Roxy looking good as always. But she's gonna have to use her speed and quickness and agility to overcome Rhea if she plans on. Rhea got the size advantage, the power advantage. So Roxy rolled out of the ring off the gate just to play mind games. Now she rolled out of the ring again right as they were about to lock up. I don't blame her. Rhea, and then she threw Rhea's jacket at her to cause a distraction and then clips her leg. And now Roxy putting the boots to Rhea. Now Rhea got her wits, got her by the throat. But then Roxy slaps the taste out of her mouth. And then she trips Rhea up, got her in the corner, hits her with a back elbow. Then Rhea with a huge boot to the face. Got her up in like the razor's edge, but Roxy puts her foot on the ropes to counter. Roxy ducks the clothesline. Rhea gets rolled up into a pit. No. Roxy working on the left leg of Rhea instead of Rhea kicks her off. Roxy knocks the legs out from under her again. Then a drop kick sends Rhea out onto the floor. Roxy hits the ropes. Head full of steam. Suicide dive. Rhea catches her in midair on the floor. And then sends her up against the barricade, spine first. Like I was saying, Roxy gonna have to overcome this power and toughness of Rhea Ripley. Rhea got her up again, and then she hangs her up on the barricade too, first. And throws Roxy back into the ring. Slides in herself. Roxy tries for a move, gets thrown to the apron, gets countered with a right forearm from Rhea. Back onto the floor goes Roxy. Rhea picks her up. Nope. Roxy pulls her back out, wraps her legs around the steel post. Oh, and then knee first slams her knee into the post. The same left knee she's been working on the whole match. And now she's putting pummeling Rhea. And then knee first again, that left knee of Rhea goes into the steel post. It's smart though. Take her base out. Roxy hits the ropes. He hits her with, tries for a Russian leg sweep, but Rhea counters with a huge clothesline. Puts Roxy on the mat hard. Now Rhea back to her feet. And Roxy up. Goes into the corner. Roxy with feet up into the chest of Rhea. Goes to the second rope. Tries for a crossbody. Again gets caught by Rhea in the and then she suplexes her all in the same motion. And then a huge drop kick to Roxy. Sends her out onto the floor. Yeah, huge match to start us out on this episode of Raw. Dream match. 3-minute break. Commercial break. Ooh, commercial. But yeah, major inspiration from those videos I was watching earlier from fellow YouTubers, encouraging me to keep on posting and sharing pods. See if I can pull up that email showing the lineup for the night. They already said most of what's going to happen. Matches that are going to be taking place. As soon as I open the email up, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Paul Heyman will address their actions tonight. Then we got Becky Lynch will discuss her attack on Women's Intercontinental Champion Lara Valkyria. Then what's going on right now? Rhea Ripley battles Roxanne Perez. Then the Maverick Logan Paul is live. That's all we got. That's all they said. The only match they announced on this email is the one that's happening right now. Right, so they always send me an email. Being on that mailing list for everything, They send me a line. It's like tomorrow night I'm gonna get an email before the show starts for NXT saying who to expect, what's gonna happen. On location. I'm wondering how was my WrestleMania experience. Like I said, my only regret about my WrestleMania experience, I didn't get to Vegas sooner, and I didn't stay in Vegas longer. Those are the only regrets. I would have loved to have gone to Stand and Deliver and the SmackDown before Mania and the Raw after Mania and the NXT after Mania. I would have loved to be able to go to literally everything, but it would have cost a lot more money than I had. I did what I could, and I had a blast. Would do it again without hesitation. We are 2 seconds away from going back to this Roxy Rhea rap match. I anticipate Roxy will be in control of the match since she's the heel. Let's see what we got. Moonsault from Roxy on Rhea. 1, 2, 2. Sweet. Rhea kicks out at 2. Called it. I've said it 1,000 times on this podcast. 9 times out of 10, the heel is in control of the match during the commercials. And Rhea still getting her left leg worked on by Roxy. He's got a modified figure four locked in. That was a pretty moonsault. I know Tiffany's got the prettiest moonsault, but that one that Roxy just hit was pretty as well. Rhea's trying to fight out of this figure four, this modified figure four that Roxy has locked in. They punched each other back and forth while the hold is locked in. Now Roxy's taking the upper hand for a minute with a bunch of forearms, breaks the hold so she can keep on working on her left leg some more. We are kicking her off. Finally breaks that second hold. Nope, Roxy still got that leg. Got a vice-like grip on her left leg. Now she finally breaks the hold. Finally makes some space. And then Rhea with a huge shot to the head, a kick to the head of the Roxy. And she clotheslines the second clothesline to Roxanne. And then a spins her around, kicks her in the midsection. Rhea fighting back. Now she's got that razor's edge locked in. She might hit it this time, though. Yep, razor's edge connected. And then a huge knee strike to the face. 1, 2, 2, 3. Roxanne Perez gets out at 2. That was an awkward landing from that razor's edge, too. I guess that was her shin that connected, not her knee, but it happened so quick it looked like the knee strike. And they showed the replay, and it still looked like her knee that connected. But what do I know? Now Roxy back into the corner. Rhea punching her. Whole lot of punches to the back of her head and neck. And somebody's coming out. Julia! Wow. I did not expect Julia to come out here right now. Now, Rhea turns her attention back to Roxy. 1, 2, 2, sweet. Because Roxy rolled her up in a small package. And then she hits her with a Hurricane Rana. Hits the ropes. Roxy. Oh, knees to the back of Rhea's head. 1, 2, 2, sweet. Rhea kicks out at 2. Wow. What a match. Oh, and then Roxy slaps the face out of Rhea. She returns the slap for a slap. Spinning heel kick to the midsection of Rhea. tries for pop rocks, but Rhea counters it. Oh, and then a huge, that was definitely a knee to the chin of Roxy right there. And now Rhea turned her attention to Julia, putting up on the apron. Roxy rolls her up. Oh, Rhea with a huge headbutt to Roxy. And now she's got a riptide. But Julia comes in and clips her legs out and ring the bell. Match is thrown out. So that's what I be talking about, man. It'd be a good match happening, and then some outside interference happening and throw it out the window. That's just messed up. And now Roxy and Julia double team on Rhea Ripley. I get it, but at the same time, wait till the match is over and then try to attack somebody. Don't mess the match up. Let's see what happens. We're gonna win. Io Sky running out to help now. Punches Julia. Punches Roxy. Makes Julia kick Roxy. Double stomp to the chest of Julia. And then Roxy puts her up on the apron. Kick to the head from Io. Springboard. Oh, but Julia stops her in her tracks. And now they're double teaming Io. Now Rhea's coming back into the ring. And then they scatter. Notice I said scatter at the same time that Michael Cole said scatter. I could do what they do. I could be a commentator. Now it's showing the Judgment Day in the clubhouse with some life-size chicken tendy plushies. Like they got these huge plushies that are in the shape of chicken tenders. I'm weak. JD's back. I just realized that. I always think it's funny they're playing WWE 2K25 every time they're in the clubhouse. The chicken tender plushes, though. Ooh, they're showing Logan Paul now walking around the ring looking like a big piece of trash, looking like the garbage that he is. Can't believe he beat AJ Styles at Mania. 3 minute commercial break. My team is going up against another team called the Dude Busters in this team battleground. They give me a WrestleMania 41 edition Carlito, a dual Chris Sabin, a Valor Bam Bam Bigelow, Valor Bradshaw, dual Io Sky, and a WrestleMania 41 edition Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss. third strongest deck on the team this time. Finally, I've been playing WWE 2K25 since that game debuted. Ten seconds. We're going to Raw. Back to the show. Is that really the arena they're in tonight? That's a crazy shape, crazy design. Interesting. Interesting structure that building is. Last weekend, 124,693 members of the WWE Universe attended WrestleMania, coming from all 50 states and 68 different countries, including myself, because I came from North Carolina to Vegas to be one of those members. I guess I would have been two of them because I went both nights. Never got a hill from this loudmouth schmuck. Nobody likes you, bro. It's unfortunate as it is. And you won't, hopefully. Oh, yeah, say his name, and he feels like, go ahead. It's just me, Oos. Day one, it's just me, Oos. Day one, it's just me, Oos. Day one, it's line them all up, knock them down like this. Yeet, 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 yeet. Put my Jay Uso shades on for this one. He's pulling a Bret Hart, giving his shades to one of the kids at ringside. Ooh, so it's just me, Oos. Day one, it's just me, Oos. Day one, it's just me, Oos. Day one, it's line them all up, knock them down like this. Yeet, 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 yeet. It's just me, Oos. Day one, it's just me, Oos. Day one, it's just me, Oos. Day one, it's line them all up, knock them down like this. Fun fact, I was yeeting not only in Allegiant Stadium, but I also was yeeting in the airport in California during my layover while watching Raw the next night after me. Yeeting in the terminal. That's real story right there. I know, right? I know, right, Jay? Put him in his place, please. So I got a sign in the cross that I just came to yeet. Yeet, yeet. He's got a charm on his neck that says yeet, gold charm. Oh, word. Yeet. Logan Paul with those eyes. Now you see how we feel about you, jerk. Shut up. Can't stand it, Logan Paul. Kicked him super kicking, baby. Yeah, yeah. I called that. I'm like, please super kick him, Jay. And then that's exactly what happened. Good riddance. So a better guy couldn't have happened. They went gave the kid, they gave his glasses to a hug. Ye. Four letters, one word. Ye. Now they're showing the War Raiders walking around the maze like back area of the arena against JD McDonough and Finn Balor. That's next after the break. War Raiders versus Finn and JD with Carlito at ringside. That was a good segment. I'm so glad Jay kicked the head off freaking Logan Paul's shoulders. I'm so glad that happened. I called it too. I'm like, please kick him in the face. And that's exactly what happened. I couldn't even finish saying that statement, and Jay was boot to the face of Logan Paul. I'm so glad that happened. Logan Paul is hot garbage. Nobody likes him. He's a trash talking, arrogant freak. Is this a Clash of Clans commercial or what? 'Cause it's the real and Cody. I wonder if the WWE superstars actually play those mobile games like that, like Clash of Clans or WWE Supercard. I wonder if they actually play. Yeah, I'm finally not jet lagged. It took me a whole week to readjust. I don't see how the WWE superstars do going from time zone to time zone, and then having to do meet and greets, and on top of that, like contractually obligated to do those appearances as well as adjust to the time zone. I don't see how they do it. They built different, bro. They stronger than they are in the ring to be able to do that mentally and emotionally. Like I said before, I got nothing but respect, even for Logan Paul. Unfortunately, I can say the same thing about him. I got nothing but respect for him so far as being able to step between them ropes and wrestle and do the things and travel, obligations, itineraries. But his character, his performance sucks. Just like Gunther sucks. Ethan Page, I can roll off a list. I could be naming people for 5 more minutes. They just suck. AJ Francis, all of the system. All right, we're back to Raw. Kansas City is a beautiful city. New Days on commentary as the War Raiders make their way to what is Kofi talking about? He's just blabbing. Ring the bell. Starting out with JD and is that Eric? I get the Viking, but a shoulder tackle puts JD on the ground. Now JD got him in a side headlock. I think that's Ivar actually. He just countered JD's move and not fin off the apron. He's gonna putting the boot stool in his corner, tagging him with a double teaming him. Punches to the midsection, tags in JD. got him by the beard. He gets thrown up against the ropes and a huge back body drop. Then tag into Eric, who drops JD and then drops Finn Balor with a slam. JD hits the ropes and Eric hits him with a drop. Tag into out. Splash Finn in the corner and then throws him to Eric. Drops him. Knee to the midsection of JD. Throws him to Eric. Hits him with a knee strike. And like throws JD out onto the floor beside Finn. Yeah, while they're distracted by New Day, Finn and JD tried to take the advantage but got double slammed instead. And then another scoop slam to JD in the middle of the ring. And then he scoop slam Ivar onto JD and tag into Eric. Again, I'm probably calling their names backwards because I get the War Raiders and stuff. Like I do pretty deadly. Or whoa! And then JD moved out of the way and he hit the barricade hard. The ring apron, the hard part where it's a display screen. Now we're on another commercial. No picture in picture because it's Netflix. I guess they don't know how to do that. This Friday, I might go see that this Friday. Thunderbolts. That'll be the first movie I've seen since I've watched Queen of the Ring, which is a really good movie. I watched it twice during the weekend. It was in the theaters for my birthday back in March. Definitely worth. I wonder if it's on DVD yet. I'm gonna go buy that. It's that good. Queen of the Ring. It's got Tony Storm in it. Got a few other hit people that I didn't know was in the movie until I actually watched it. With Jim Cornette, I think he was in it. Yeah, Queen of the Ring is a really, really good movie. I would watch it again and again and again. That's why I'm gonna go buy it. These long commercial breaks, man. Give me a break from the breaks. Don't forget this another reminder, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not already, so I can get to 50 subscribers and then be able to go live on my mobile phone instead of just here in the studio like it's been doing. WWE 2K25, I'm playing that. Get a few rounds in, complete that current weekly tower. Less than 1 minute, and we're back to the show. And again, heels on top during the commercial break. So when we get back to Raw, JD and Finn are going to be in control of the War Raiders so that they can come back. And then I guess New Day will probably interject somehow and cost them the match. But regardless, Finn and JD are going to be in control of the match. 20 more seconds. And these commercials can go on and get. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see JD and Finn in control of the match. All right? Yeah, they're on top. Dominating the War Raiders, like Cole just said. Now, like JD on top on the second rope, raining down right hands on Eric, who now elbows spin off the apron. JD kicks him in the midsection. And he breaks the hold and huge right hand to JD McDonough drops him on the mat. Now both men laid out. War Raiders made the tag. Finn makes the tag. Bounces off him like a ton of bricks. Then he gets slammed to the mat. Finn does. Then Ivar hits him with a splash. Tries to hit him with a move. Finn evades it. Oh, and then he does like a bonsai drop. And then does a cartwheel. And roundhouse kicks JD. And now Finn in the corner. Leaned up against the bottom turnbuckle. Ivar hits him with a X, almost like a Bronco Buster, but they only hit him one time with it. Now he's in the drop zone. Again, he's taking his attention off the match and onto New Day. Stalled out for a few seconds. Going to the top rope, this big man tried for a moonsault, but Finn rolled out of the way. Now Finn about to go over and try to make the tag to JD, who's finally back up on the apron in his corner. And Ivar about to make the tag to Eric. But JD stuffs and knocks Eric off of the apron. And sends Ivar onto the floor over the top rope. And then JD springboard moonsault takes down both the War Raiders off the apron to the floor. And he rolls Ivar back into the ring. Climbs to the top rope. About to try for a moonsault of his own. Yep. And hits it on Ivar. 1, 2, 2, sweet, because Eric come in and broke up the pin. Finn comes in and starts knocking Eric and throws him out of the ring onto the floor. They're replaying that moonsault from JD McDonough, both of them. He did 2 moonsaults in less than a minute, I feel like. One off the apron onto the floor, the other one off the top rope in the ring. Now, double back elbows to the Judgment Day from Ivar. Now Eric starts to approach JD. Picks him up. And Ivar's got Finn up on his shoulders. And then they lawn dart each other into each other head first. All right. Eric throws JD back into the ring. And now Ivar and Eric look at the New Day. And then Ivar throws Finn Balor into the Judgment Day. And Kofi caught him. Oh, and then he charges at him and laid everybody out. And now Carlito's on the apron, gets knocked down by Eric. KD rolls up Eric. 1, 2, 2, sweet. Eric kicked out at 2. A jawbreaker from JD. And now Carlito calls him more of a distraction. Got the refs back to him. And now Prince's up on the apron. And he throws JD off the top rope and hangs him up. Hangs him up on the top rope. Behind the ref's back. Tag into Ivar. And now they're going to do the War Machine. They finish the tag team finishing move on JD McDonough. And that's probably it. After Vince's interference. 1, 2, 3, ring the bell. War Raiders for the win and the new #1 contenders. Why they had to compete to be the #1 contenders instead of getting the rematch is another story. Now Pence is on the announce table. He does his strut on the announce table. I like that little walk that Pence does. That's cool. Zero. Zero. Crazy. Yeah, that was a good match. Even though Pence interfered in it, not bad at all. That's about 12,000 people in that building right now. That like Sandy talking to the Alpha Babes, and then Paul Heyman comes and sits beside him and tells Otis to leave. Good. He gonna slice Sami Zayn in half. That's no contest. Braun Breaker versus Sami Zayn, no contest. Wow. And he'd be on SmackDown with Roman. And Braun Breaker was standing at the door listening on. Now Becky Lynch making her way to the ring. Yeah, this will be an interesting segment. And of course, no picture in picture. We can't see her entrance into the ring, into the arena, because it's Netflix. 3-minute break with no picture in picture. Maybe one day they'll do it. Doubt it. Yeah, Vegas was amazing, yo. Vegas was so nice to me. I had no problems, no issues, no negativity. Just a good time all around. My aunts and cousins here in North Carolina, like, well, you going by yourself? Be careful, be safe. Like, dude, I would be going if I was not Don't hear from folks for 40 years of my life. All of a sudden, they want to be all up in the business. All up in the league. Don't know the flavor. Yeah, I've done at least, by now, it's probably up to like 70 videos, a little over a month and a half. About to be 2 months. I'm only 2 months into this whole live stream podcast and adventure. Like I said, I've done 70 videos. I think I've had 25,000 something. It might have been views. But my WrestleMania videos have pulled in a lot. Like one of my WrestleMania videos, Braun Breaker spearing Toledo through the table, got 10,000 views already, which is mind blowing to me. And then another video, it might have been the one of Stone Cold wiping out the ATV. That's like 5,000 views up there. Up here, I should say on YouTube. But pictures of me doing my thing like this right here, I might get 40 at the most, 40 views. But again, I'm sorry. Let's keep on growing. Mission Impossible. They're showing the preview for that movie. That's gonna be good. I will definitely go to the theater for that. That and Thunderbolts are my two movies I'm looking forward to this summer. And I'm going to see Thunderbolts Friday. I'm gonna get my ticket after Raw. Go to the Alamo. That's my favorite theater. Mission Impossible comes out on May 23rd. I'm ready. Now we're back to Raw. One location. I was just saying earlier how they sent me a survey asking me how my experience with WrestleMania was. Other than me not getting in my lanyard from on location, good experience all over good. I don't think I got priority interest into the arena either, like I was supposed to. But I was so excited, I just wanted to get in and sit in my seat. I'm sorry, who? Becky Lynch, the man making her way to the arena, making her way to the ring. And we already know Lyra Vicarious will come out there and shut this show down. And I don't blame you. Can't believe she turned her back on Lyra like that. Yeah, she got some explaining to do. Who? What? She pulled a Naomi? Never heard it put like that. Wow. Whoa. Woo! Woo! Lyra coming out. Knew it. Woo! 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 This Lyra looking good as always. That's my wife. In my head it is at least. Heck yeah, them two, that'd be a good match. Oh, Wow. Yeah, Lyra. Yeah, and then Lyra just drop kicked her from the inside of the ring out, and then throws up against the apron. Then Lyra threw her into the ring. Now she's putting the punches to Becky. I like how she's fighting in that skirt though. Yeah, Becky leaving through the crowd. That was so cute. Woo! That drop kick. Right in her mush. Shut her up in the middle of her sentence. Watch your back though, Becky. That's just that type of person. Yep, I knew it. I knew it. I freaking knew it. Blindsided Lara as she's about to leave there through Gorilla. Had her back turned. Now they're showing Penta. That'd be a good match. JD and Penta. Grande. I'm sorry, Jay. What's the tag game? Talking to Penta. He's got an El Grande Americano numero uno shirt on. I'm not talking about Penta. Talk about that shirt either. Ooh. Oh, and then Penta kicked him in his chest. Talking about Bendejo. I learned enough Spanish more than and now Stephanie Shakira making her way to the ring for what match against Hardy now next after the commercial break. Boo! Hogan and that nasty girl. I've also got motivation to get my action figure game up. Because right now, currently, I got four, five action figures, four really good action figures, and that bendy one from John Cena. I got a Rock, I got a Stone Cold, there's a Roman Reigns, and there's a John Cena. I think I'm gonna get a few more. And I'm the type I keep them in the original packaging. I don't as bad as I want to pull them out and play with them. and the plastic is all dusty because it's so old. I want to get into trading cards, the collectible cards like tops. They got like autographed cards in the sets. Might get into that too. I used to be into collecting Magic the Gathering cards, and at one point I was into Pokemon trading cards. But I never was into wrestling cards. As a kid, I was into baseball cards and trading them. Less than 1 minute. Back. Yeah, just a few more weeks, and I will be in Greensboro for Friday Night SmackDown. I got a really good seat for that show too. I like going places by myself. I ain't got to worry about nobody drama but my own. I got to worry about somebody saying they'll pay me back for the ticket and not paying me back. Just me, Oos. I ain't got to worry about somebody not having a good time and wanting to leave early or nothing. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, back to Raw. Thank you. So we got me now. Stephanie Rusev from yeah, he did come out there in the tank at WrestleMania that year. AEW. Roslana, aka AJ Perry. AJ Perry. Yeah, hopefully Lana comes back. She was easy on the eyes as well. It's like Maxine Dupree and whoever I could. He was intimidating more than he did when he left WWE. We got Chad Gable in the corner of Ivy now, of course. Now Stephanie McCure making her entrance. The NXT Women's Champion. One fall. La Primera. Ring the bell. Ivy now picks her up, throws it down, tries to pin her, only gets the one count. From your technical wrestling masterpiece, I can tell already. One. Only another one count on Stephanie. Procure tries to pin her, only gets two count. Very impressive pinning combination from side headlock from Ivy. Back to her feet. Irish whips Ivy now. Ivy now with a shoulder tackle. Puts her on the mat. Hits the ropes. Stephanie goes low. Then shoulder tackle for back. Irish whip from Stephanie. Oh, Ivy now countered it with a Hurricane Rana. And then Stephanie Vakira counters through and tries to pin her. Only gets the two count on Ivy. Right hand dodge by Vakira. But then snap suplexes Ivy now. And that's just getting on that move where she pounds her head to the mat. Oh, but Ivy now counters it. Counter it into a submission. Stephanie rolls out of it. Gets her in a submission. Nope, that's just pounding Ivy now's head to the mat. That vintage Stephanie Vakira move. Commercial break. Just when the match was getting good. They were pulling each other out the first 5 minutes or so. Yeah, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. Got another 2.5 minutes. I'll be back. Yeet. 30 seconds to spare. Let's go. My shirt is dope AF, by the way. Another fun fact, when I went to Vegas, the same horseshoe I got from Montana when I went to the Marlboro Ranch, they gave me a real life horseshoe. I took it with me and I had it in my carry on bag. And I got dinged at TSA. And when they let me through, finally, the dude was like, "Bro, do you have a horseshoe with you?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course. I'm going to Vegas. That's my good luck charm." True story. That happened. Back to the action. Bobby now in control of the match. Nope. Stephanie Victorious. She's counting her head to the mat again. The way we left the air, we're going back into the match. This is one of those times when the heel isn't on top when we come out of the break. The 1 in 10 times, 9 out of 10 times, the heel's on top. So this is at 1 out of 10. The Pure tries to count one, two, two, sweet because Chad Gable put Ivy Niles' foot on the rope. Now, Stephanie McKay rolls out. Go ahead and light him down. Kick him in the head. Ivy now, German suplex to Stephanie McKay on the floor. While she was messing around with Chad Gable, Ivy now capitalized on it. And now huge boot to the chest of Akira. And then another German suplex pin combination. One, two, two, three. Akira kicks out of two. Now Ivy now positions her in drop zone so she can go to the top rope for a high risk maneuver. Akira already up to her feet, slaps the taste on Ivy, stops her in her tracks, goes to the second rope by the trap for a superplex. Ivy trying to fight out of it. Headbutt. A whole flurry of headbutts from Victoria. Like about 7 or 8 headbutts. That's the second. And then she hits the superplex. You know, off the top rope. One, two, two, three. Ivy now kicked out of two. Replaying the superplex. I get wrestling's fake, man, but them bumps they take are real, real. They gotta take them throughout the week. Headbutt from Victoria and she hits him with the right forearm, right slap from Victoria, a slap back from Ivy, slap, 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 and then a forearm or two from Ivy now. Dodges the kick Victoria does, and then kicks her in our midsection. Ivy counters it. Oh, what a huge slam there, Stephanie. One, two, two, three. Stephanie Victoria kicks out of two. Now Victoria backed up into the corner. Ivy now tries to intercept, but Stephanie moves, dodges that attack too, and has Ivy now sitting on the second turnbuckle, kicks her in the midsection, and then Dragon screws her leg and off the second rope onto the mat. And now that was a turning point. Stephanie Victoria about to hit this finisher. Oh, and that should be all she wrote. One, two, three, ring the bell. Stephanie Victoria for the win. We're gonna blindside it. Somebody's gonna come out there and do something with it. Maybe not. They're just replaying the match now. Now AJ Styles talking to Nick Aldis. He was just on LFG last night. He adjustment. Who is this? Great note. Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, and Dominic Mysterio. Hmm. Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. More complications than the champion. So, Dom is so disrespectful. AJ Styles, Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental belt. Maybe. All right, now they're showing Sami Zayn getting approached by Karrion Cross. Commercial break. Good conclusion. Well, I showed y'all my John Cena action figure. Here's my Stone Cold. Like I said, they are arm's length away. Well, I'm looking at all the ones they got in this series. We got X Pac, Billy Gunn, Kane. I like how it's autographed. It's not autographed. It's just a picture of his autograph. It's got dust over it. So it's like that John Cena one I've had done forever. Roman Reigns is the newest one of my collection. I got that last year. Bad as I want to take these out the box and play with them, man. Acknowledgement. Acknowledgement. California, Rhode Island, Texas, Alabama. Where's North Carolina at? They didn't show North Carolina on this list, but they're coming next month. Oh, because those are the new events coming up. Ludwig Kaiser. They showed her split second to him. Them tickets for Money in the Bank are real expensive. They are so. I was looking online at them. Man, they cost so much. That he said he eats 100 of them a day. Or a different show, he said that. They're gonna show Gunther choking out Pat McAfee last week. Cole should have said that part right there. I'm not the one that tapped out. That's what messed the whole mood up. He's trying to choke out Cole, but Pat McAfee knocked him off and then got choked out. He started turning blue. McAfee did. And now Pat McAfee about to go address the situation, standing on the announce table with a mic. Gotta give it up. And they had to bleep that. That's why they call it wrong. Chanting the record. Like the poetry. Gotta give it up for. F that. They're sensitive. That's what they said. What is he about to do? Tell me he's not about to ask for a match with Gunther. Crowd booing for no chaos. What? Pat McAfee got a death wish. It's probably gonna happen at Backlash. Yeah, I knew that was coming. That's probably gonna happen at Backlash. Backlash. Wow. Why would Pat doesn't stand a chance? It's another no contest. Wow. Michael Cole's like, are you sure? Right? Previewing the Orton and Cena match. Pat McAfee isn't a wrestler, bro. I can see if he was in ring shape and you know an established wrestler, but he's not. So Gunther's probably gonna have his way with him. That's gonna be a good match. What we've seen on Backlash for the championship, it's gonna be good. A week from Saturday, that's soon. That's not long at all. They're showing Sami Zayn again because he got a choice of decision to make. Now Jay talking to him. Why Sami Zayn always look a young Paul Bunyan? The way he dressed, the beard. If there was, whoa, Logan Paul a huge right hand to Jay Uso out of nowhere. 3 minute commercial break. So the main event tonight is Sami Zayn's decision to Seth Rollins. I guess he's getting close to that time. It's a big arena too. That's about like a region. That life station is huge. First ever 2 night SummerSlam. That'll be interesting. Next week in Omaha, Nebraska for real. Rusev versus Otis next week on Raw. That's a good match. Big meaty men slap meat. That's what that's gonna be about. And Penta versus JD McDonough. They made that official next week. And apparently it's gonna be Pat McAfee versus Gunther at Backlash. It's probably gonna be Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch at Backlash for the women's Intercontinental belt. Seth Rollins is in the ring. I hear him playing the song. I see the people doing this thing. It's Schmidt. It's a gimmick. So is this really going to go on for 30 minutes this segment? So we got 30 minutes, so the show left 25 minutes. Since it's only 2.5 hours instead of three. Hmm. This should be interesting. Like I said a minute ago, why Sami Zayn doesn't call Bunyan? Y'all call Bunyan every time. Unless he's wearing his ring gear. We already know how this is going to end. Ron Breaker's going to end up causing chaos. How he ended up spearing Sami Zayn through the barricade. So like a carrot on the. He ain't going to SmackDown. He would get a beat down for it though. Yeah, you say so. But you never know. And it's saying he might win. Maybe Jay in a few months. Oh damn! Burn. And now the shit hits the fan. Yep, Ron Breaker music just hit. And now the beatdown comes to commence. Commence the beatdown. Rip Sami Zayn. And now we got one more commercial break before we figure out what's going to happen next with this saga. I knew that was going to be an interesting segment. A random person on Instagram said they liked my trip, responding to them. Like I told them, the same thing I'm going to tell whoever is watching this. It's the same thing I told Jeff Hardy back in, I think, what, November, October last year when I went to that TNA show in Fayetteville and I got to meet him and Matt. Because Jeff Hardy himself, when I took them pictures with the Hardys, looked me up and down and said, "Whoa, I like the look, bro." Matter of fact, it was the time on the left when I had the DX shirt on and then the NXT belt around my waist and then both belts around my shoulders like John Cena used to wear it as a chain. "Oh, I like the look, bro." And I looked at him. I said, "Thank you so much. I've been working on this look for years." And that is so true. Like, I ain't just get these belts and all the swag overnight. I had to go to shop.com, www.shop.com, get this. Go to this live event, get that. But hearing Jeff Hardy tell me that to my face in Fayetteville last year really meant a lot. It's not like that guy telling me that on Instagram. It means more coming from a professional wrestler, somebody who does it for a living. That's the first and only time a wrestler has complimented my look, my swag, my gear, the way I carry myself with the wrestling stuff all the time. And I remember one of my friends back in the day to talk about when I was dating and had online profiles on the dating sites. Don't mention nothing about wrestling either. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, if it's that big of a part of my life and it's something I'm that passionate and like so much, why not? If that means I don't be with nobody, just so be it. I'll just be by myself. But I'm gonna let people know what I'm into, especially if I'm trying to, like right now, get a job or some kind of career going from it. They're gonna tell me when I was out there dating, looking for a girlfriend. Don't mention that you like wrestling to them. Like, why not? They need to like wrestling too, to be honest. Or else it ain't gonna work. Like that one famous celebrity had this shirt on that said "Hot Girls Like Wrestling." I forget her name. Vanessa Hudgens. Ring the bell. This is a match between Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker. Oh wow! And Braun got him in the corner. Shoulder tackles to the midsection. And then a belly to belly suplex. Braun gonna tear him up, bro. This is honestly no contest. And then you got Seth and Paul Heyman at ringside. Right hand for Braun. And he's running his face across the top rope, giving him rope burn. Irish whip Sammy. Who then kicks Braun in the chest. Countered that Irish whip. And then a back elbow. Sammy to the second rope. Drops the hammer on Braun in the middle of the ring. And now he's about to try for a haluva kick. No, he just kicked him in the midsection instead. So like he was in position for it. And then he sends Braun head first into the top turnbuckle. Goes to the second rope again. This time Braun catches him and then belly to belly suplexes him in the middle of the ring. Braun taunting the crowd. Right hand from Braun Breaker. Got Sammy leaned up on the second rope, choking him out with it. Irish whip to Sami Zayn. Huge back elbow to Zayn, sends him on the mat hard. Braun in control of the match, which is expected. Like again, this is no, in my opinion, this is no contest. If if I had to guess the overall ratings for them in WWE 2K28, 25, Braun would probably be a 92 overall. Sami Zayn's probably an 87. I'm just guessing. I hope I'm right. Irish whip down goes Sammy, then gets dropped by Braun hard. One, two, two, three. Sammy kicks out two. I'm gonna look later on. 92 overall for Braun, 87 overall for Sammy. That's just my guess. I'm gonna go in there and look later on and see how close I am to the overall ratings in the game. Braun got him caught up on the top rope, putting knees to the midsection. Irish whip Sami Zayn again. This time Zayn with an Irish a springboard over him and then clotheslines Braun. Braun tries to attack, gets thrown over the top rope onto the floor beside Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman standing by the commentary table. Braun has him by the right leg, drops him on his face first onto the apron, and then face first to the announcer's table. Twice now. Braun in control. Goes back to the apron. He's about to do that diving elbow drop to Sami Zayn on the table. Table didn't break. Seth Rollins looking emotionless as it continued. Going to another commercial break. That was a huge move, that last shot from Braun to Sami. Jumped off the apron, diving elbow to a standing Sami Zayn who walloped all over the table with the impact. Yeah, that moment lives rent free in my head. That Jeff Hardy movie. He was standing there looking cool, just had a match, face paint all melting off. I walked up to him. He looked me up and down. After that, this was after I went to Matt and said, "Oh my God, Matt, do you remember me from that Crazy Town concert like 25 years ago at the Ritz in Raleigh?" Matt Hardy. instantly his reaction completely different than DDP's reaction at Mania. Well, of course, how can I forget? Whereas DDP, when I asked him that question about meeting me back in the day, he's like, "Sure." Like, as animate as Matt Hardy's reaction was to that question, it was no doubt he remembers me from that movie. And at that point, that's when Jeff looked me up and I was like, "Dude, I'm liking the look." Warmed my heart. Still warms my heart that Jeff said that. And then Lita, same deal. I asked her the same question I asked Matt. Do you remember me from that Crazy Town concert at the Ritz all them years ago? Of course. How could I forget? And she explained in more detail how we were the first ones in the venue for that concert that night. And they were like standing off to the side, nobody around them. I noticed them, walked up to us, said, "Oh my God, you guys are awesome. I'm a big fan. Nice to meet you." Shook their hands and kept it moving. Well, apparently, after I noticed them, more people started filing into the venue and they surrounded them. And the band was like, "Who are these people? Why are these people getting all the attention?" And they had to move them backstage because people were flocking around them so much. And they had already moved Jeff backstage before I walked up to Matt and Lita. That's why he wasn't there beside them. But if it wasn't for that, I would have met Jeff back then too. All right, back to Raw. Braun Breaker on top of the match because he's the heel. Got trying for a superplex on Sammy off the top rope. Sammy counters, trying to fight back, punching him on the back, trying to break the hold, clubbing Braun on the back, still on the top rope. Like a dozen shots to the back of Braun. Now Sami Zayn planning this next move. Power bomb off the top rope with Braun Breaker. Only gets a 2 count from the pin. Seth Rollins still standing ringside with that skull on his face. Is that the right word to use? Or is it like frowns, like no emotion? And all the people in the crowd got their phone lights up, holding them in the air right now like fireflies. Headlines at the bottom of the screen on the ticker. Rhea Ripley versus Roxanne Perez ends in a no contest after outside involvement from Julia. Io Sky comes to Rhea Ripley's rescue from beatdown Julia and Roxanne Perez. Huge DDT from Sammy to Braun. Logan Paul calls out Jey Uso, says he's going for the World Heavyweight Championship. Braun Breaker kicked out at 2. The War Raiders defeated the Judgment Day. Becky Lynch explains her actions and challenges Lyra Valkyria for the Women's Intercontinental title. These are all headlines on the little ticker at the bottom of the screen right now. Pat McAfee accepts Nick Aldis's offer for a match versus Gunther at Backlash. And now we're back to the match. Sami Zayn was trying something off the top rope, but Braun shut it down. Huge elbow to the top of Braun's head just then by Sammy. And then Braun Breaker hits him with a Hurricane Rana off the top rope. And then drops the strap. So you know it's over now. He's about to spear Sammy out of his boots. Sami Zayn countered with a kick to the chest. And then hits him with an exploder into the corner. Got him set up for the Haluva kick. That's the prelude for it, at least. Oh, speared with Sami Zayn as he was going in for the Haluva kick. I knew that was going to happen. Bro, this was no contest to begin with. And now Seth Rollins gave a nod to Braun Breaker for whatever reason. I guess he's gonna hit the ropes and hit him with a 25-mile-an-hour spear now. Yep. Braun running the ropes. Running the ropes. Oh, and another spear. Huge spear to Sami Zayn. Now Seth Rollins walking up to a fallen Sami Zayn. Y'all heard that, right? And now Braun running the ropes again. About to hit him with a third spear. And connects with it. Another 20-mile-an-hour spear to Sami Zayn. Super spears. Because they've clocked that man when he makes impact with them spears like that. And it is like 20 miles an hour, like getting hit with a car. Going at low speed, but getting hit with a vehicle nonetheless. And now they're calling for the medics. Remember, broken chest, broken ribs, broken everything. And I already know Braun's going to go and run around the ring and then spear him again. Because now Sammy's back to his feet. And Seth Rollins just did like this to Braun Breaker. And now Braun, leaving the ring. He's about to run around the ring, get a head full of steam, and hit Sami Zayn with another 20-mile-an-hour spear. He's going fast, too. Ooh, and he hit him with it, too. Huge spear. That's the third super spear to Sami Zayn. Wow. I mean, the first spear wasn't as brutal as the last three. 4 spears total, but the last 3 were just brutal. Crowd chanting one more time. Savage. Now Braun picks him up, throws him back into the ring. Rolls back in himself. Ref laying on top of Sami Zayn, calling for the bell. Jamie Noble in the ring, trying to stop him. I hope Braun spears Shane Helms like that. That would be awesome. Break that man in half for what he did to me tonight. They'll see back then. Crowd still chanting one more time. He about to curb stomp him. I already know Seth's about to curb stomp Sami Zayn because he's in position for it. And Sami Zayn is in position for a curb stomp. Yep. Seth Rollins curb stomp to Sami Zayn. I saw that coming a mile away. Now the credits roll. I saw that curb stomp coming a mile away. And that is how we're going off the air with a fallen Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Paul Heyman standing above him. Yeah, that's I believe that's all, folks. Thank you once again for tuning in to my live stream, live reaction, watch along video for this episode of Raw. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button for your boy. Get me to 50 subscribers so I can start going live on my phone instead of just the laptop only. Don't forget to like and comment on the videos, on the 70 videos I got up here on my video library for YouTube. Follow me on all your social media. All my links are on my YouTube channel, Snapchat, Instagram, X, Facebook. Thank you so much for your love and support. Be good or be good at it. God bless you all. I'll see you here tomorrow night for the live watch along for NXT. Peace.